Greetings, world travelers. We're here to talk about all things Disney. Give us just a minute. We're trying to get this thing started. There's all kind of stuff buzzing. Hit the button on that one too. And we will go live. We're going to talk about Disney World. We're going to talk about our trip we just got back from. Hello, everybody that's tuning in. We'll give everybody a few minutes before we get into the deep dives of Port Orleans, French Quarter. Okay. So we're live on YouTube. We're live on the TikTok. And I'm getting our feed up very quickly.
Very quickly.
Just a moment, please. Just a moment. Hello. All right, there's that. We've got an excellent signal, it says. That's good to know. Excellent signal.
Great success.
That's going. Oh, now that's going. Okay. All right. We'll just assume it's working.
We hope. I know that one.
So, hello, everybody. We just got back. We had two pretty close back-to-back trips. We went to the Contemporary, which we've talked a little bit about, I think, on just one thing. Mm-hmm. And then 2 weeks later, basically, or 2.5 weeks, we went to the Port Orleans French Quarter for my birthday. And we just got back from that. And now we got basically a month. And we just bought our Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween party tickets for the very first night. So we're going to live stream it. We're going to video it. We're going to do the whole shebang, cover the new foods, get the parade, see what's new.
See all the merch.
The merch. Because you know we got to be blinking. And all that good stuff. And it's going to be hot.
It's going to be
hot. It's sort of warm when we normally go in October, but it's going to be really hot. So it's going to be unusual to be at a Halloween thing in August and it be that hot, but it's okay. The Christmas party tickets were announced today. I don't think they're on sale quite yet, but they're already talking about Christmas stuff. So that'll be something too. But if you're just joining us, we're going to talk about our recent stay at Disney World, some things that were cool, some things that were not cool, and all that stuff.
All that fun stuff.
All right. Let's talk first about the riverboat in Tom Sawyer Island. I've put out a couple videos. We got shafted.
We did.
I knew they were going to give out wristbands for that final ride because they just gave them out for Muppet Vision, and I thought they were going to do the same thing because that avoids people throwing elbows and all that, slapping heads. So we got there before the riverboat opened that morning, stood around, nothing was going on. There was just an initial line of people, to get on it. So I was like, okay, nothing's going on. We'll kind of mosey around. So we stayed in that area, rode Haunted Mansion, did this, that, and the other. Still nothing going on. We stayed, and we had the plan of going to the hotel midday just to take a break because it was so hot, and we had Joanna with us. So we basically stayed in that area. The last thing we did was Hall of Presidents right at like 1 o'clock. Mm-hmm. No mention of no wristbands. As soon as we get back to the hotel, I see somebody's posted, they're now giving out wristbands, and where were they giving them out? At the exit of Hall of Presidents, exactly where we were just at. So I was like, well, obviously, we're not going, after we just spent basically 30 minutes getting back to the hotel and all this, we're not going to go back. So, and I knew, worst case, we would ride it and then do what we did, then get a video of it doing its final lap. So we get back. I figured there were no wristbands.
I see them.
Here's a lady with a handful of wristbands, and we're like, wait, this might still work. So she was putting them on a few people and kind of walked off, and Dawn followed her and said, hey, we want to get some wristbands. And she said, I literally just gave the last 3 out. And we were like, you got to be kidding me. And this was probably an hour or a little more before the last ride or whatever. So I was like, okay, let's just board this unit, make a lap. And I figured the last lap was going to be at 8, which was what had been told. So I thought we were on the next to last one. Actually, we were the third to last or whatever. So that was fine. So we made our lap. We live streamed it. Had a little trouble with the live stream because it locked up for some reason when we came off Haunted Mansion. So I restarted it before we got on the boat. It worked out. And
it was good.
We made our lap. We got off. We got a real good spot. Luckily, we got to pan over and see the final log boat come off Tom Sawyer Island with the cast members, which was cool. The final lap, we go around they've got the other thing. You just never know what they're going to do, and they don't really announce, hey, here's exactly what we're going to do. But they had set it up to where it looked like they were going to come off the boat and come right down this walkway, and we got right above the walkway. Well, it turns out they went down the other walkway and the other way, but that's no big deal. And then the phone overheated and all this stuff. And we got the boat pulling back in about another 10 or 15 minutes, but nothing was really going on. I thought maybe there'd be like a
hoorah, toot toot or something.
But there really wasn't. And that was that. But anyway, so that was something. And I seen Monday morning, they already got the
boat was gone.
The boat, they basically, the boat, that canal connects to Seven Seas Lagoon. You could take different little rivers and get it wherever, but they put it backstage is basically what they did. There's a video of it somewhere of they drained that river when COVID hit just to refurbish it while it didn't need to be worked, and you could see the track and all that. So there's a video of that thing going out of these little levees and stuff. It's pretty neat. But anyway, so they took it wherever, and who knows what they're going to do with that boat. Disney's pretty good about not getting rid of anything. My best thing I can come up with is they move the boat to Riverside and make it either just a sitting area or a little I'd make it a cafe is what I would do. Just It ain't got to be nothing fancy. Just serve 2 or 3 items and let people sit on it in the river. It won't be able to travel for 2 reasons. One, it wouldn't be able to fit under the bridges around. Actually, have to install some sort of rudder to drive this thing if they were going to drive it. The only other thing I could come up with was maybe use it somehow at Disney Springs and run it around that pond or something. But again, you'd have to have a rudder. They're obviously not leaving it at Magic Kingdom, so I don't know. And even to get it to Riverside, they're going to put it on some sort of a trailer, or and get it over there, because there's no way to connect all those waterways. So I don't know what they'll do with it, or if it'll just stay parked wherever forever. But so that was our Tom Sawyer there for like a last something. Mm-hmm. I wish I could have been there for Muppet Vision. But we sat here and watched it live, so that was good. These different doors, and there's construction people already on Tom Sawyer Island, like tagging stuff and taking stuff apart. So I wouldn't think it'd be long. I don't think they'll leave it out in the open for everybody to watch. I think they'll put up those big construction walls because they don't want people seeing what else is going on, is what I think. I mean, I would think fairly soon that river will be dry. Let me make sure we're still phone, so I'm making sure we're still working. This could be bad. No, we're good. Since the fireworks went to 10 o'clock, that the park was open, and we got to see the fireworks. Now everybody's got to get out, so it was just like,
that was probably Lord. Not very...
2 hours before the fireworks, there's nobody in the park. Let me click on this. Hang on. It is probably going to really get crazy. All right, I just switched connection. See if you try yours. Can everybody tell? Is it working now?
Is TikTok good if anybody's on?
It keeps being laggy. And I think one of the answers to my issues is quit fooling with Streamlabs, which is supposed to be, so far it's working on yours, right?
All right, yeah, so far.
All right, y'all let us know if it...
Keep us posted, Abigail.
It keeps freezing. She just posted. See if it'll give it a second. I switched to a different connection. I got when we went on Haunted Mansion before the riverboat thing, I had no idea that the stream had, I still don't know why, but had locked down for like 30 minutes. And I was still seeing comments. Somebody was like, "You're frozen. You need to get to the riverboat." And I thought, we've been at the riverboat for 20 minutes. Yeah. Well, then Dawn gets on there and this thing's, nothing's working.
She said now it seems good.
Okay. So I don't know. To me, this live stream stuff should be super simple, but there's no one good app that works perfect. I don't know. It kills me because it should just be simple.
Oh, well.
But anyway, there's nobody at the Magic Kingdom or any park. I mean, like, it is empty.
Yeah.
And I know it's because it's hot. I got something in my gizzard. Oh my God. No. But to me, it wasn't near as hot as it was 2 weeks prior when we were at the Contemporary.
I know.
It was actually fairly good feeling.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it got hot a little bit, but I mean...
It
was hotter here than it was.
It's been basically 100 degrees here for the past week and a half with very high humidity in South Carolina. Down there, it's because down there, you got oceans basically on both sides of Orlando. So it was actually like low and mid 80s down there and was like, this is nice.
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, the crowds were very low and I like that.
Me too.
I'm going to switch gears into Tiffin's. We tried Tiffin's for the first time. It's a higher end restaurant in the Animal Kingdom. I ain't saying I wouldn't go back, but it was way off from expectations, I guess is the way to put it. Let's start with, we got the land salad, which was advertised, all this stuff came from Living with the Land and all this stuff, or as Dawn called it, the island salad.
I wasn't paying attention.
She just glanced at it and everybody was like, okay, what island are you from? They were about a 2 out of 10. And, I will put them above the Plaza. Them Plaza salads we had is the roughest thing I've ever ate at Walt Disney World. But they were not great.
No.
Joanna got a steak, and, she's over gnawing on it.
She's like, it's chewy,
and I was like, nah, it's just a kid. So me and Dawn get a piece, and we're over there like chewing gum. And I was like, my God, it was awful. And we left and we're still like starving because the food was so rough and we ended up eating something else. But I don't know. Like I said, it's not that I would never go back, but it definitely didn't hit on much. And I hate to say that because that's like the second thing now.
Atmosphere like around it.
Oh, it was neat. And there's like stuff that Joe Rohde, pictures from where he went to all these countries and basically made animal kingdoms in there. Like that's all very cool.
That was cool. But that was about the only thing that I thought was cool.
And then I'll just add to it. The service was bad. Like, here's my thing. Here's my like number one thing of any restaurant in or out of Walt Disney World.
His red flag of a
restaurant.
Well,
I'm gonna give you my top two. Number one is typically I'm not gonna walk in and just like chug my drink, and I didn't there by far. But if I run out of drink and more than like a couple minutes has elapsed, we got a problem. You know what I mean? When we were at Tusker House, over 20 minutes, I sat there with no beverage. That's a huge no-no. Like, I was mad. And if I could have found a manager and I was actively looking, it would have been on like Donkey Kong. This place was probably, it wasn't nowhere near 20-something minutes, but it was like 10. And it's like, come on, lady. There's a place, there was nobody in there. There was like a couple tables of people. Where are you at? And, second thing is, this is nothing related to Tusker House or Tiffin's, but ranch dressing. If you go into the Sam's Club and buying that 2 gallons of ranch dressing and dumping it in your salad at a nice restaurant, that's what happened to us at the Plaza. I need to just get up and leave.
I mean, you could have an amazing salad, and if you bring out that
ruined
that dressing, Jeremy's like, nope,
ruined. So Tiffin's was like a 2 or 3 out of 10 sort of deal.
I was not impressed at all, especially for the amount of money.
Yeah, and I was going into it like, this is a higher end, this is going to be good. So I really do think our restaurant at the Animal Kingdom is going to be Yak and Yeti, but I have yet to be able to get a reservation there. The only opportunities I've had, because you can get on the app now and look at when times are available, but it's at like 4 o'clock or something weird time, and I don't want to go at 4 o'clock. So we'll go some point. But we have been to the Rainforest Cafe, and it's
just your typical chain.
Yeah, it's a chain, but it's decent. It's okay. Flame Tree's been okay, been good, I guess you'd say. But those other two, I think I'd go back to Tusker for breakfast, and that would be it.
Probably, because I think more than anything, besides the drink issue, the food, there was just too much.
Well, I went up there one time, and I didn't get a good video. There were flies like all over the dessert area, to where I was just like, nope. This ain't going. It wasn't like 1 or 2. I'm talking like there's 15 flies landing like on it, and the ladies is over there cleaning up where people's dropped their mushrooms or whatever, and just looking at it, and I'm thinking, this is bad. Like, we're gonna end up with fly larvae in our gut. Oh my god. Anyway.
Next
topic. One thing I really like is they've got the characters out in the parks first thing in the morning.
I like that a lot.
We go bebopping into Animal Kingdom. I just can't wait to be. And there's Pocahontas, and nobody's around. She's just there. So she come and like grabs Joanna's hand. I posted a video of it. She grabs Joanna's hand and leads her over to the river, and she shows her the river and makes some kind of and Joanna's like,
oh God.
She's excited. And she spent a couple minutes with Joanna. That was very cool. And then after we got past them,
I mean, all of them.
Yeah, they had Doug and Russell and I think...
Who else did we see? Chippendale.
Yeah, Chippendale. So that was cool. And then at Magic Kingdom now...
I love it.
They've got Rapunzel and Flynn and Captain Hook and Mr. Smee and...
Tigger and
Tiana.
Pooh. And Tiana and Naveen.
Tigger and Pooh. Yeah, there's all kind of characters back there, like around Small World area. Mm-hmm. Very cool.
First thing in the morning.
Yep.
So cool.
And
all throughout the morning up until like 1, 2 o'clock, you'll still see Rapunzel and Flynn walking around. And for one of the parades or whatever, we saw Tiana and Naveen standing off to the side.
It's different though. They're trying to make it, and I hope they keep trying. Disney World has been programmed to, if there's a character, you get in line and take a picture, and that's what people are trying to do. But they're telling people they're out here just walking around, like they're not here
snap
for
your picture. You can whatever.
Yeah, like a video's easier, but they're not like there to form a line and they'll like talk to a person and then they might walk off 50 or 100 yards and then they might do something else, but they're just moving. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And I think it's going to take a while for Disney World people.
And I mean, it used to be like that though.
I know, but people were just like, there they are, let's go take a picture. And they're not really there for, it's more of an interaction thing. So that's why I think video's better. But that is very cool.
Always have your phone or something handy though, because they will just pop up.
Well, and like Pocahontas just grabbed Joanna's hand and took off, and it was perfect. So I'm going to get a water because there's something in my gizzard. It's probably still that land salad.
Probably.
I'll be right back.
But anyways, but yeah, I got a pretty good video of Rapunzel and Flynn walking and looking at all the scenery around her little area that they have decorated for her. But it was really cool. And as some people know, Flynn is my favorite. So I like Flynn a lot. Him and his smolder. It's pretty cool. I can't wait till we talk about our hotel experience. Oh, he had to get a snack too. But yeah. Ouch.
I'm back. 4th of July fireworks. Holy smokes. We've been there for multiple parties and events at this point. But that place, we walked in, there's like basically nobody there. But we noticed people are already claiming their fireworks spot. Yeah, 3 and 4 hours ahead of time. And we're like, my God. Well, now
we know why.
Where did we come from? I feel like we came out of Adventureland.
We rode Pirates. No, the carpets.
And I'm talking like it was shoulder to shoulder. Usually, even on events, about the end of Main Street, it kind of tapers off. You know what I mean? And that's where we end up getting. And I kind of like that area too because you can see
everything,
the projections on the buildings.
You get a good view of the
fireworks and everything. But it's shoulder to shoulder all the way back to the train station and around everywhere. We're like, oh crap. And it was they postponed it for 5 minutes.
Yeah, because of lightning. Yeah. But
there were DJs on the stage.
That was crazy.
I'm gonna have a dinner.
I mean, they even had cast members out there telling everybody to like fill in all of the available spaces. Fill in all the gaps. Don't leave any. It was crazy.
But it was a good fireworks show, and I feel like most of the local people had went to Magic Kingdom on the 3rd and seen the fireworks. They were over at Epcot. Now, don't get me wrong. I'd like to see the Epcot ones, too.
We get to see both of you.
Yes, that's right. So, Patriotism USA became our friend on this past trip, and he has never been here for like these.
Oh, so these lives.
Yeah, because
So
we were talking. I think y'all were still shopping about when you're going to be back and go live again. I was like, well, we normally do it on Thursday nights when we're not here, and it's been a
Okay.
weird couple weeks because we went live, and then last Thursday we were on an airplane, so we didn't go live, and now we're finally back.
oh,
And
yeah.
I'm eating a good
And
banana.
he's eating a banana. Yeah, I kind of try to stay behind the scenes a lot, except for these, and then our what are they called? Our podcast.
Mhm.
But he just had dinner. I don't know why he's eating again.
Something was stuck in my gizzard. We got to talking about that bad salad,
Oh yeah,
and I got they gave me the GERD.
it brought up some bad memories.
Port Orleans French Quarter,
Oh gosh,
possibly our new favorite
I loved it.
place. Now, don't get me wrong. Just a few weeks ago at the Contemporary was extremely nice, but we also went into that knowing like that's not something we can afford every trip
Right.
because it's a fortune. And we got like a 40% off summertime pass holder, blah 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 discount, but it was still super expensive. And now it's nice being right there at the Magic Kingdom, or you can jump on the monorail in the hotel and go to Epcot basically. But we'd never been. I'm jumping around trying to stay at all these different resorts, and I'm pretty sure this August trip we're going to end up at Saratoga Springs. Here's what I'm gonna come back to French Quarter, but I think Saratoga Springs is going to be very nice as far as the rooms we're in, and it's going to be sort of nice being across the river or across the pond from Disney Springs.
I have a feeling it's not going to give me the Disney vibe though.
No, it's like a
Condo.
golf course,
Yeah.
condo, horse themed, big resort situation. So it'll work. And we're just kind of, I want to stay at every resort, and we're taking them off the list. But we're going to that specifically to be there for the first night of the Halloween party. So Dawn's mama's coming to help watch Joanna, so we can spend a lot of time live streaming and videoing and checking out all the new stuff and the snacks and the whatever they're going to come out with that night.
So that y'all don't have to hear me
Yeah,
tell Joanna to shh.
well, basically.
Oh no. There's no telling what that was.
Joanna's 7, and of course she's
She's
just
a
talking.
7-year-old.
She's just talking.
And she gets so mad if I don't listen to her or pay attention to her. Are you listening to me?
I rewatched some of it yesterday, and that's all I heard was y'all going back and forth. And I thought, Lord, people are
We
probably
do.
like,
We go back and forth a lot.
so.
But he said there was one part of your stream he almost busted out laughing. I'm sure. I apologize.
So we've stayed at Port Orleans Riverside. We liked it except for the bus loop. It was sort of a pain
That
in the
was
butt.
a pain.
But French Quarter is the smallest Disney resort. There's a ton of videos I'll be putting out, but like I walked over to Riverside. It only took me like 6 minutes because we were on like, if you're facing the river, the left side of French Quarter, so we were the closest to Riverside. We didn't on this trip go to Riverside for anything, but if we wanted to walk over there and like eat at their restaurant, or when we went in October and stayed at Riverside, me and Joanna went fishing over there and all that stuff. So like all that's close. They got the beignets, which are good. Joanna was all about the beignets. And just the layout's nice. It was a nice swimming pool. They got a little slide. You got that river. We were going to take the boat from Disney Springs, but it was raining, so they closed it. But you got the boat situation, the Sassagoula River boat you can take over to Disney Springs. They had a nice playground. They got the pool. I'm trying to think,
I had no complaints.
Yeah,
None.
I liked it, and it's small enough. There's only one bus stop. The only one thing that happened was I got to where I'll get on the app, see when the bus is coming, so that we can get to the bus station thing about 5 minutes beforehand instead of waiting like 20. We get over there, and the time cancels, and it basically says
30 minutes.
It changes from like 5 minutes to like 35 minutes, and I was like, crap. So I'm like, I didn't got to where when that happens, it's like $6 or $7 to just Uber. You know what I mean? You don't want to Uber to Magic Kingdom because they're going to drop you off at Ticket and Transportation Center. But any other place, just pay the $6 or $7 and give them a $5 tip or something. And So I dial in the Uber, they're on the way, and I kid you not, Uber's pulling in the gate, and the bus that magically went missing off the schedule pulls in, and I'm like, so that was just, I guess, I don't know what happened and why that time changed and disappeared for like 10 minutes, but.
He wants to know how long we've been streaming, like total. Just this stream?
Let's see. I don't even know. We started the podcast thing, I want to say 6 months ago
probably
or something.
About 6, yeah.
And then let me think. So long story short, kind of, we do wedding videos, and photography is one of the things we do. And I'm all the time videoing stuff and taking pictures and doing whatever. This is a little different because mostly we're using to stream phones. I do sometimes take like the big mirrorless camera and all that, but it's mostly just been for like Phantasmic, because it's not, unless I take a big gimbal, it's just not, you don't want to tote that around. You know what I mean? It's basically what I'm saying. We've been involved in media stuff for a good while, but as far as the Disney stuff, we've probably been doing this podcast for about 6 months, and I've live streamed, I think, a little before that in the parks. But my first ever trip to Disney World was 2022, so I'm new to the Disney scene, I guess you would say, still, and that's one thing.
And it doesn't seem like it, though.
At this point, it don't. But so that's sort of the story. And then I was already making a few little videos of stuff I'd recorded, and I think I live streamed a few times in the parks. And generally, you know, if you do some sort of Magic Kingdom live stream, you get a good number of people watching or whatever. And I was like, well, dang, this is getting a lot of eyes on it. So that's kind of where all that came from. And usually I'll do it on our trips in like the evenings, because I don't want to be doing it the whole time we're there, because we got, you know, Joanna's with us and all that. And I don't want her to not, you know, what we don't do stuff with her or whatever. But that's sort of the story of it. And
what are y'all talking about?
Boo. What's she talking about?
What you talking about, Abigail?
I have no idea. But anyway, so that's where it came from, and then we just kind of went from there. But
it's been,
I always struggle with, like, do we make, I still feel like I'm new enough at Disney of still having a little bit of the wow factor, because I feel like once you've been doing it for so long, it's just kind of like you forget the little things, you know what I mean? Like when we first went to Tom Sawyer Island and I went through the caves, I was like, wow, this is cool, you know?
She said the Uber situation.
Oh.
The Uber and bus situation, yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Uber. I think if going back to our Coronado Springs stay, which was, I don't want to say ruined, but overshadowed by a very bad bus situation where we were waiting like 40 and 50 minutes for buses and then having to do the loop and all that. If I would have just Ubered us then, it probably would have changed a little bit of my opinion of Coronado, because the place itself was super nice.
Good. Yeah.
But every time there was some mess with the bus and it was late or it was...
But I feel like we've kind of ruined our child, because if we walk out to the bus station and there's a bus that's not there waiting for us, she's like, Dad, can we just Uber? Dad, can you just order us an Uber?
I tell you what we did at Contemporary. I don't think we really talked about it. I've always wanted to try a minivan.
Oh, that was neat.
And the bus was going to be a little while, and I was like, let me just try it one time, because I thought maybe it was way above and beyond.
Do y'all have any advice for any upcoming streamers? I know people who want to do it.
Kind of. But we took a minivan, and it really wasn't much different. I mean, the guy obviously like works for Disney, and we talked about Disney stuff, but it wasn't really any different from an Uber, and it was like 5 times the price. I think he gave us some waters or something, but no big deal. So the only advantage to a minivan would be if you're going to Magic Kingdom, they will drop you off at the bus area, you know.
I don't even think that was the minivan. That water guy, I think he was actually an Uber.
We got a water from Uber too, yeah, going to the airport.
But
streamers, I don't know. So what I wanted to do that I don't think is going to exactly work perfect is, especially for this upcoming Halloween trip, the thing that I don't like about streamers is when, like, you don't want to be watching on TV or whatever, and they're standing in line for 40 minutes because basically all you got is them talking and a big crowd of loud people. You know what I mean? So I was like, here's my plan. We're gonna do like a 2-cam thing. So like I could be in line for, let's just say, Peter Pan's flight. Dawn could be on Main Street showing stuff, and I could text Dawn and be like, all right, I'm getting on in 2 minutes. We could flip to me. I do the ride, flip back to Dawn. She's in line for People Mover or getting on People Mover. But we've tried it, and it's
hard.
It's not stable enough, I guess is the way to put it. Not with doing it with phones. You know what I mean? There's a way to do it to where we'd have to take like a computer and all this streaming stuff. And I'm not against maybe trying that one day, but it would be a lot of equipment. There's one guy doing it. I can't remember their channel name. And he takes all the professional equipment, and I'm semi surprised Disney lets him in with all that stuff, but I guess they don't care. And he's doing it well, but I don't want to. He's basically having to set up a whole plethora of junk, you know what I mean, to do these 2 cameras and all. I don't want to get into all that. It's just easier to just throw the phone there. But I think one thing that holds me back. So. We also have an archery business of all things. That's a whole nother topic. But I've got an archery channel that's got, I don't know, 10,000 people or whatever, and we make a little money off of it and all that. And me and a guy that works for me and all this, we do podcasts and all this. I can really show my, I guess, personality with that and be funny and whatever. But when we've got Joanna with us, it's a little
harder,
different, because we're trying to sort of let her do what she wants to do, and she's wanting to chat and
entertain
all
her.
This. So sometimes I think that as far as live streaming and a channel and all that, I think it hurts us a little bit. But I think you got to have either a big personality, or you got to be there like right when the stuff happens. Like if I don't know if y'all watch the Goo to You people, they're real nice. But he was there first thing Monday morning at the riverboat showing it's gone, and they got these walls up and whatever. Like, whoever can do the stuff first always gets a bunch of eyes. Whoever, there's a lot of people, and people just love them because of their personality or whatever, you know what I mean? So, I don't know. I think it's a combination of that. But like with this, so when I started the archery channel, me and TJ we did the exact same thing. I said, we're going to do a podcast for a year. I don't care if a single person watches, and after a year we'll reevaluate. And after a year, we probably had...
Y'all had a lot.
Yeah, I mean, a good number. Now, archery's a whole different...
Whole different people.
So the thing that I am learning is with archery, it's a smaller group of people and all this stuff, and you can do how-to videos, or you can talk about things in the industry or whatever. Disney is a huge, huge group of people. Yeah. So that's good and it's bad. It's good because there's so many people looking for Disney content, but it's bad because everybody and their brother is doing Disney content. So I don't know. It's a not a hard one, but it's different. You know what I mean? So I wish, and our problem is, as far as like live streams in the park goes, we're there like once a month, but we're not there every week to where we can just, I think consistency is another big thing, you know what I mean? So we're not consistently live in the park. At least
we do this on the
side. Yeah, so people can see us and hear us and all that. But Abigail, what did y'all think about the Riviera? We took the Skyliner there and then took one of their buses. I think it was to Disney Springs or wherever we were going. And I got mixed thoughts. It's a very nice place. Once we got in it, I almost had a newer beach club feel, maybe.
What is this, the Riviera?
Yeah, but it's on the outside. It just feels like a hotel or something. So I don't know. And I hadn't stayed there, but I got mixed feelings about it. But anyway, that's another thing. So Port Orleans French Quarter, the room was very nice. It had, of course, the 2 beds. It's a little bigger than staying at like a Value. We had this little table and not a couch, but like a bench. Bench. That's probably a good way to put it. The room was fine. And even though we didn't stay in a preferred room and we were on one of the outside edge buildings, it still wasn't but a 2-minute walk to the main area. So like, I like that. I really like that, not having to walk 8 miles. And I still love the art of animation when we stay in the Little Mermaid rooms, but looking now that we've stayed at a bunch of places, it is a pretty good walk
It
from
is a
Little
pretty good
Mermaid
walk.
to the main hall there. But anyway, so I did a video. I got to put it out. I walked from French Quarter to Riverside, and if you go from lobby to lobby, it's like 10 or 11 minutes, I think. But it's a very nice. I went early. I got up at like 6:30 and did it because I wanted to video the pool with nobody in it and all that sort of thing. And it's a nice river area, you know what I mean, and just a bunch of cool stuff.
Oh, quick question. Oh, he said he wanted to know what our reviews were of the Tusker house. They were thinking about doing it for Christmas.
Oh man,
Like we said earlier, if you're gonna do it for breakfast.
yeah, I do it for breakfast. We were talking about it earlier, and like the food was just kind of meh. The day we were there was like a ton of flies on the dessert bar, which kind of turned me off. And then the service, and anybody can have an off day, but it was like 20 something minutes of me not having a drink. You know what I mean? It was just like, what is going on with this place? So I think if we went back, it would definitely be for breakfast. That's basically.
She said. But nothing blew her out of the water.
I got you.
That's good to know.
Well, I mean, that's kind of the vibe I got. And
Yeah.
we've only walked through it like twice now, but
And I'm sure we'll stay there eventually one day. But
yeah.
if I don't get that Disney feel,
Yeah.
I just kind of don't want to do it.
Yeah. And like even Coronado was probably the least Disney we've been to so far.
Yeah.
At Contemporary was Disney. Well, it was you knew you were in like the OG and you were right there at Magic Kingdom, so that helped it.
Yeah.
But
Didn't you say like the older building had like the Mickey and Minnie? And
over on the garden wing or whatever they call it.
I liked all the Incredible.
Yeah.
I liked all the Incredible themed stuff. I thought that was pretty cool. At least I still felt like I was at Disney, and to be able to lay in your bed and look out the window and see the castle.
Yeah.
That was. But like I said, we probably won't be able to stay there very often.
The buses at French Quarter really wasn't that bad. I mean, we were on a few that were sort of getting packed, but not Coronado Springs packed.
No.
Because Coronado had like 4 bus stops, and if you called it at the wrong time, coming or going, you were going to be like standing up shoulder to shoulder. So I don't know. The pool was nice. It has the sea serpent with King Triton. I talked Joanne into going down the slide and all this stuff.
And she really liked it after.
And it's a big pool. It was nice. They had a bunch of activities going on that day. But so we flew out of Charlotte this time. It was basically what I'm learning about our last couple trips. They've been, I don't want to call them spontaneous because we kind of knew they were coming up, but it was more of a couple weeks planning instead of a couple months. And of course, plane tickets get sketchy if you don't book them out a little bit further than that. So we ended up going out of Charlotte because everywhere else was either not a good time because Dawn had to work that day, we left, or they were so expensive it was like, no. Charlotte was a mess.
Oh my God.
We went, what time was we supposed to fly?
7?
Something like that. We
It's like
left
7 or
we left
7:30.
here. We're 2 hours from Charlotte. We're basically 2 hours from Charlotte, 2 hours from Atlanta.
We left at 4.
We hit traffic, and then we get to the airport and like we stop and can see like where we need to go, and I'm talking we're not moving, and I'm starting to think
He's stressing.
What if we don't even make this plane? We finally get the thing parked. You got to pre-book which is fine. I already had done it. Pre-book your parking and all this stuff. We bolt out of there, and then this airport is horrible. Like we've got Atlanta down perfect. Charlotte was like, you get in there and you walk and you walk and you walk and you walk, and it's just like on and on and on. Weird. I wasn't a fan. I would, if I can not, I will not fly to Charlotte again.
He was stressed, and I was like,
well, and then it turned out, I unbuttoned the bottom button. Oh, I think something's happening to my cord. It turned out our plane was about 20 minutes behind, so it worked out perfect. But anyway, it was a mess.
Abigail says that her dream Disney hotel is the Polynesian Towers. She said they look amazing.
Since I started going to Disney, I don't even care if it's the tower. I just want to stay at the Polynesian with some annual pass holder thing, and I was like, I got to do it. So we will stay at the Polynesian sooner than later. But it's one of my favorite places to go because, I mean, you got multiple restaurants. You can watch the fireworks from the beach. There's just all kind of stuff going on. I
Is
hadn't.
that the one we did watch from the beach at one time?
Matter of fact, I think I live streamed it, and then we got on a boat.
Oh yeah,
and went in. But
we have we've done a lot of the character dinings.
This character things.
Oh, character things.
This trip. Well, we walk into Animal Kingdom. Pocahontas is just standing there and like takes Joanna by the hand and shows her the river, and this is very cool. And then as far as meet and greets this time, what did we do anything?
Who did we meet? Oh, we met Dopey.
We did meet Dopey. There's an annual pass holder special Dopey thing in Germany at Epcot. We also did the Maleficent. I thought we were meeting Maleficent, but it wasn't. It was you're holding her staff thing with the raven and all this.
And then the dragon was in one of the pictures, so that was pretty cool.
Let me think.
I think we did a lot of character.
Yeah, this trip, that was about it.
Meet and greets.
The one before it, I feel like we did a couple. The one I've been wanting to do, but every time I look and we're there, it's backed up, is the Mickey and Minnie at Hollywood Studios. But it's always got
Is that the Sorcerer Mickey?
Yeah, it's always got a crazy wait time, but I want to do that.
Yeah.
And I am 100% meeting Jack and Sally this year.
Yes. We have said it.
When we go in August. I think my plan, we'll be able to get in early because we got the pass holder stuff, but just go camp out at like 3 or 3:30 and wait till they open the lineup and be one of the first ones in there is my plan.
That'd be easier for us to do because Joanna's not much of a wanting to wait. So I feel like with us being able to go, because she's going to come. She's going to come later, but she's going to come with my mom later that evening because I don't want her to be out in all that heat for that long. But that'll be good. And Jack's got his new face.
Yeah, he's got the round face instead of the
more
weird.
OG looking face instead of the kind of scary looking one.
Let's see here. So, no more flying out of Charlotte. So we'll be going. What is it? August the 14th or something like that. And the 15th will be the first party. So I think the 14th we'll do Animal Kingdom, and then we'll go to Magic Kingdom and this is of August, and do the nighttime parade. So we'll get 2 nighttime parades. We'll get that day, and then our Sunday before we leave, that Sunday we'll go back and be at Magic Kingdom for that parade. So that'll be good. And then we'll get a whole party. We'll live stream the whole thing and video and all that stuff. And then the day after that, we're going to do an Epcot Hollywood Studios Day. And Test Track will be open. There's going to be a lot of stuff. And
there's a lot.
The morning of the party, we're going to do the Keys to the Kingdom tours, what they call it. And they take you down into the utilidors. And I think you basically go on Haunted Mansion. And you go on, some people said Pirates, some people said Jungle Cruise. But basically, they give you like an earpiece and the guide's telling you all this history and all that, and I don't think you can, there's very few pictures or videos you can take. And I know that going in, but I just want to see what, it'd be neat to go into the utilidors and all that sort of thing.
We'll be able to talk about it.
And talk about it. They say it smells funky.
I'm sure.
Down there. More than likely, we're going to stay at Saratoga Springs is what we're looking at. And I really think we're probably going to hate the bus situation there because it's a big old resort. But Dawn's mama's coming, so she can help watch Joanna, and we're going to stay in one of those bigger villa things, and I think that'll be neat. And I'm hoping we're basically close enough wherever we're at in Saratoga Springs to just be able to walk over to Disney Springs.
Yeah.
But I don't know if they got a boat or how you get over there if you're not close, but that'll be fun. I don't anticipate Saratoga Springs being like one of our top resorts, but we can check it off the list.
No, we can't stream. We won't be able to stream the behind the scenes thing.
Yes, I've seen other people that's done it, and basically they've said, once it starts, they say we'll let you know if you can't video anything. We'll let you know if you can take a picture, and it's very few places type thing. But I'll just be curious to see
I just want to go.
what they say and what happens. The party, I need to research the party because I think there's 2 or 3 new treats, and then usually there's like some little tiny change to the parade or something. I'm sure we'll be able to figure out. And usually sometimes there's a popcorn bucket or something like that. So
I didn't get the Halloween. I got the Christmas popcorn bucket because it was a gingerbread house and it looked super cute.
Test Track. I keep seeing more and more and more people posting that they're standing near Test Track, and the cast members are like, "Hey, y'all want to ride it?" And I was like, "Man, why couldn't that have happened to us?" But I'll tell you what did happen during the cast member previews, which is technically still going on. If y'all have ever rode Test Track in all versions of it, once you go through the little indoor part, before you go outside and get up to the 65 miles an hour, those doors like blow open. Well, the door's malfunctioning. I guess these people plowed through the door, and I don't think nobody got like seriously injured, but it was a big ordeal. You know what I mean? So I know for several days after that, they just left the doors open, and now I think they've been fixed. So I could just see us being on that thing and, you know what I mean, and me videoing it. God, that would be, we would overnight be internet sensations. But we'll finally get to ride Test Track in the new configuration. People are saying they really like it now. It may be because we were late to the party or whatever. I mean, I thought it was cool when you could design your Joanna would have liked
really
it.
Love
you
it.
could design your car and do all that. All that went away. Now it's more or less you get in line and get on the car. But it'll be neat to see.
Abigail, I don't know. Jeremy doesn't really wear the fun shirts or whatever anymore. He wears his Roosevelts. I may make a shirt for myself. Jeremy actually bought a shirt.
I bought the it's a black shirt, and I think it's got
like Walt Disney World, and there's like
got
Halloween
some pumpkins or something on it.
But I don't know for that one, but I do know that when we go in October, Joanna said that she wanted us to be Star Wars, like do some kind of like Disney Star Wars.
I could be Obi-Wan Kenobi or an Ewok.
You would be so hot.
Yeah, it would be.
So
are you saying like hot?
Yes.
How you doing, girl?
She wants me to be, who's it, Ray?
Yeah.
And of course she wants to be BB-8. I'm trying to talk her into something else, but
we'll see what happens.
We'll see. She may change her mind 3 times before then, but
for the Halloween party, I really enjoy the Rusty Cutlass band. They're funny and they got good little tunes. I really like last year. I guess the new addition last year was they had the Hitchhiking Ghost out. Cool. They were just funny, you know what I mean? And then Max comes out and does his dance. But anyway, we'll get all that.
Oh, Max, yes, that's my favorite part. I love some Goofy movie.
We'll get all that figured out, and I guess it'll basically be mostly no or really any rides that night. Yeah. We'll just try to get all the stuff. What's new and what's going on and when it's going on and that sort of thing. But I'm very excited for the new parade, which starts in 10 days, and I'm very curious to see how that's going to work going backwards. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah. So it's going to come out of Main Street?
It's going to come out, beside the fire barn or wherever where it normally goes in and go toward Frontierland.
Why'd they decide to do it that way?
I have no idea. And to me, it makes no sense because you would want people to basically get out. at the 11 o'clock one, and it's going to be making people go the other way. So there's got to be a plan, or that's something else I've heard you see on the behind the scenes tour is they basically said it's a bunch of metal carport looking things where they park these big parade floats under, but we get to see all that. But I don't know if it's a parking issue with all that or who knows. Mm-hmm. But I'm pretty sure they're already practicing it because I've followed the guy that played Slay the Elf during the Christmas thing, and he got hired, I guess, full time because he was on his college program then, but now he's in the new parade, and he hadn't posted like them doing the parade, but he's posted just enough to know like they're practicing it, so.
Is there a new popcorn bucket that released today?
I feel like I've seen something about it, but I'm not sure what it was.
I don't know. I'm not big on the popcorn buckets. Now, we did buy one this past time because Joanna wanted a snack, or Jeremy wanted a snack. Somebody wanted a snack, and we just went ahead and got it because it's like $2.50 to refill them.
Yep.
Mickey. Are you talking to?
I think that's what I seen.
Probably.
Was something about talking Mickey. And also the day we left, which would have been this past Monday, some new Haunted Mansion stuff released, and I did grab one of the new Haunted Mansion pins, and it had, I think it was Fozzie Bear and Kermit on the Doom buggy or whatever.
That was cute.
And it was funny because I seen it on the live stream while we were like getting our stuff ready in the hotel room, and I was like, I was pretty sure I had seen that a little bit earlier in the store when I was in there when I went to get us some food or whatever. So sure enough, I looked and I bought it. I didn't told you this, but we had bought multiple bags of ducks pens, and the only duck pen we couldn't find was the Dumbo one, but I did find a trader, so it's on the way.
Yes.
We'll have the complete duck pen set. That'll be our first complete pen set we've ever bought. But I mean,
it was my favorite. I don't know why I love them so much.
We really just got into the pen thing. Joanna's been doing it for a little while, but like we just let her get whatever. I know most of the ones she's got are the scrappers and all, but we've been trying to stick to legit stuff. Oh,
I'm excited.
But anyway,
have the whole set.
We got the whole duck set. I've started buying. My first set was gonna be the new hidden Mickey or whatever it is. Isn't that what it was? Or the mystery set?
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to think. And then they said they're not gonna have any more of those until sometime in August. So I got like 2 or 3 of them, and now here we wait.
Now we're waiting. It's lost the crate or whatever of them.
Yeah, they said
it's lost in China somewhere.
Crazy.
But yeah, I don't know. But I'm excited. Somebody we're trading a Dumbo. Where are we giving them?
I don't remember.
Oh.
Because we got
almost half of a.
We got like 10 doubles, and there's a couple we had like 3 of the same one. And I thought for sure when I bought that last bag, like we're gonna get it. We got all duplicates, and I was like, here we go.
We're still gonna carry a couple of them though, because if I see another Powerline one, I'm gonna snatch it up for my little set. I don't really keep them. I just have some.
When we go, we usually go late October for like a 10-day trip. It's probably my favorite trip because we got time to do a lot of stuff and not rush and all that. But I want to go to the Pen Pro headquarters or whatever. It's in Winter Garden, so it's like 20, 30 minutes down the road. But it's where I bought my little pen books from and all that here recently. But supposedly they got like every pen you could ever think of. And I know they got like trader. I've never done any trading with anybody other than the cast members. Mm-hmm. And now this one lady on Facebook that was like, I got a Dumbo. What you got? And I was like, I got all this stuff. And she said, send me something, Sebastian or something. But anyway, I'd like to go to that place and see what all they got. And I'd also like to go. And I've heard that they've even got trader kits that are like, these are real pens, but they're cheaper real pens. Right. Like, so that'd be good.
Oh, that'd be good.
I try to find, even though Joanna gets a lot of the scrappers, we try to only give her real pens to trade, because I don't want to be that guy that's like buying you can buy 1,000 pens on Amazon for $12.99. Yeah, like obviously those are junk. You know what I mean? And I don't want to be that guy. So it is what it is.
I think our TikTok feed's gonna die.
Uh-oh.
Our phone. We're into red.
I thought I had left my iPhone in Orlando earlier. Couldn't find it. But anyway.
Hi, Jacob.
What's going on? So we'll still have probably next week we'll talk more about like our itinerary I'm coming up with for this next trip, which basically we just told you what it is, but it'll be a lot of Halloween stuff, and it'll be hot, but it'll be nice because Dawn's mama's going to be with us, and like we can ride Guardians of the Galaxy and not have to do child swaps and that sort of thing.
I don't know if we've ever ridden Guardians together.
I don't know. We hadn't. So maybe we'll finally get September.
Maybe they'll be lucky.
But it'll be fun, and then more than likely we'll be at Saratoga Springs. We'll try out a new hotel, and then the October trip's looking sketchy because we're definitely gonna have to do a resort. What do you call it? A double stay or whatever you call it, because there's no what I'm gonna call cheaper hotel that's available for like the 10 days we're gonna be there. And I didn't realize it was such a popular time, but even this far out, it looks like we're going to have to do some swapping around. So I don't know how that's going to work out. But I was just going to stay at like All-Star Movies the whole time, since it's a longer trip, a cheaper hotel. But now I think All-Star Sports is the only thing that's got some other dates available. So we may end up at like somewhere, and then sports, I don't know.
Who was the cast member that we shown from the University of Oklahoma?
I can't remember.
I don't know. But we will be live on our next one. That's going to be the first
August the 14th or the 15th will be we'll be do some live on the 14th and get the new parade, and then the 15th will be the first night of Mickey's Not So Scary.
We'll be live at Jeremy Therapy. Will you be live on vacation?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, so I guess we will get off of here.
We'll sign off.
But I've got, hopefully this weekend I can sort of go through it. But I mean, I've got a ton of video of French Quarter and of random stuff from the past 2 trips.
Still kind of getting.
It's just so much. I had bought an 8 gigabyte hard drive and moved all my Disney videos, and now it's full. So I'm going to have to, I guess, buy another one. But anyway.
Yeah, whenever we're live, if we meet the characters, we usually.
I have been meaning, like when we're live, maybe at Magic Kingdom, to go meet some princesses or something. Because I think one live, we had several people asking about that, but it had already gotten pretty late and it wasn't really doable. We did meet Mickey that time. It was neat on the stream. But
now I will tell you though, my goal is for one of these trips is I'm strictly doing the whole characters, princesses, all of them, meet and greets. But I'm also going to buy the little golden books of the princesses, and I'm going to have all the princesses sign their golden book so that we can have them.
Maybe a day for like the October, the long trip.
Yeah.
We should plan out, look at all the character meet and greets and see how we could plan it out, which would be right up my wheelhouse.
Oh, yes.
With all my scheduling. But how could we meet the absolute most characters in a single day as possible? You know what I mean? Start at Animal Kingdom or whatever, and then just go to Epcot, go to Hollywood Studios, go to Magic Kingdom, and just as many as possible do it. Now, I mean, I know people have done it before, but it'd be fun to try.
And Jacob, a lot of the hotels that we have stayed at, we have ran into the characters as soon as we've gotten there.
I didn't
mainly
even
Chippendale and Daisy.
Yeah,
right?
That's the main ones that travel in the little bus. I didn't even know they did that last year. So we check into Art of Animation in October last year, and we're walking to our room, and out of the blue, there's Chip and Dale doing their craziness, and then here comes Daisy, and we're like, holy smokes, this is wild. Mm-hmm. Well, then the same thing happened at Coronado Springs. We were waiting for our room to be ready in the lobby, and here they come bopping out.
Joanna's like, there's Daisy, and Jeremy's like, where?
She was like right here, and I was taking a picture of Joanna or of the lobby or something, and I was like, Daisy Duck, you know, and I was like, my Lord.
You can make that. Oh, we could make that a video challenge.
That would be fun.
See how many.
We need to do more of that.
We do. That was fun.
I should have done it this past trip because when y'all were bickering, I thought we should have just done some sort of challenge, and I could have took Joanna, and you could have went, and y'all wouldn't have been doing whatever you do. But
Jeremy knows how to handle her a little bit better than I do.
But anyway, no, we may try to do some kind of, or we could even do like a who could meet the most characters in a couple hour deal, or I don't know. We'll come up with something. And I like those videos too because it's like go.
Yeah, it's at random. It's not scheduled. Like you can't. It's not scheduled, right? You can't.
What's that?
The characters popping up at the hotels.
Well, they did start putting out a schedule at each hotel in the lobby saying characters will be here on like Wednesday morning or whatever, and they used to not even do that. So you can kind of get an idea, but I don't think they publish it online or anything.
But we saw their little bus when we pulled in, and we were like, "They're somewhere." Mm-hmm. And they were. Oh yeah, we'll do that. That's what we'll have to do. We'll plan some challenges.
Yep.
It gets me behind the camera more too.
It'll be fun.
So.
We'll get off here. Thank y'all for tuning in. We'll see. Today's Thursday. I'll go through all our footage this weekend and see what all I can come up with. One of the more popular videos I've been doing lately is when we stay at these hotels. I put all those clips together and kind of give a behind the scenes thing, and they seem to get a lot of views or whatever. And then we'll have some sort of podcast thing come out Monday. We'll be back live Thursday, and I'll have a bunch of stuff in between. But if y'all come up with any ideas, like the challenges or whatever, we'd be happy to try them or know about them or whatever. Just let us know, and that'll be fun. But we appreciate y'all. and we appreciate the moderators. And I'm sure as this thing, gets bigger, especially it's hard for me in the park. We've occasionally had the crazy people commenting or doing whatever,
Yeah.
and it's hard for me to catch quick sometimes. So
Y'all been doing good.
yes, it's worked out real good.
We are definitely, that's our goal, is once we get a lot more viewers to start doing some giveaways and
Yeah.
stuff.
Well,
I make stuff.
I think that's how I lured Abigail
Yep.
in. Was we gave away was it a T-shirt? I think.
I think it was a T-shirt. Yeah.
But anyway, we need to do some more of that. But that's how I started. The reason I even did the giveaway to start with was that's how we grew the archery one so quick. Was I would give away a little $5 or $10 item, but then we quit. It took us 2 or 3 months, but I quickly learned people were just on there, and we did a number thing on there, and people would start punching in numbers before I even told them what to do, and I was like, all right, we're done with the giveaways because people are just here trying to do whatever. But we do need to. I need to figure out, other than like pins, what would be something neat to give away.
I thought like shirts or even some ears.
Yeah, that might be.
That would be cool.
That might be neat. I'll come up with some stuff, but we definitely. I know that would draw a bigger crowd for these type of live streams. It's like, hey, we're giving away a T-shirt.
So her mama wore her shirt on her last trip.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Yay.
Anyway, we'll quit rambling.
Right, thank y'all for
being on here, and we'll see y'all